Hey, what's going on everyone? This is KC. I am back again with another exciting video. It's been some time, but I'm glad to be back with you guys. Those of you who know me, you know I like to get right to the point. So let's jump in. I'm going to show you a chord, a really big, huge, wide chord. And the only way to be able to play this chord is you have to use all 10 fingers. So that's the reason why I call this All Fingers Matter. All right, so this is really cool for beginning musicians, those of you who have asked how to play really big chords, and even you advanced musicians. This is a really cool chord to warm up your fingers with, to really strengthen your fingers as well. All right, so let's jump in. All right, so what we want to do is we want to play a major chord. All right, you can do this in C major, F. You pick the key, it doesn't really matter, but for sake of time, let's do the key of C. All right, this is a C major chord. And what we want to do is we want to turn this or transform this major chord into a major seventh chord. All right, a real simple thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a major seventh will be 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. And you'll do the same thing with your right hand, 1, 3, 5, 7. And if you notice, the outside, I'm using my pinkies, but I'm not using my fourth fingers. I don't know if you can see my fourth fingers or not. That's really hard to do. This is what you ought to do next time somebody gets on your nerves. Just shoot them the fourth finger. No, don't do that. Anyway, all right. So what you want to do is you want to, instead of using your pinky, use your fourth finger. All right. This is really going to build your strength. So if you're a beginning musician, this right here feels like a big stretch. I guarantee you that. But for you advanced musicians, this is a really cool technique. And what I like to do is to take this a step further. We're going to use our pinkies and move them down a minor third. So here's a minor third from C. Ooh, that's a really big stretch. All right. And then in the right hand, you're going to do the same thing. Use your pinky to go up a minor third. And so you have this really big, fat, juicy chord. And the only way to play this, you got to use all fingers, all 10 of them. And so the key is to play each note separately. And try to use the same velocity and play it with the same velocity. So that means all of them at the same volume. All right. You can do this in any key. And I want you guys to comment below. Let me know which key is the most difficult for you to play. And I can already tell you which one is the most difficult for me to play. If we take this up a half step, we're being C sharp. And we can turn that into a C sharp major 7. And then the last step, and remember to use your fourth finger. Keep your fourth finger on the outside, and your pinkies, move them down a minor third and up a minor third. All right, and for those of you theory people, this is C sharp major 7 chord, and if you move this down a minor third, you get a nice big B flat. It's a B flat minor 7, 9, repeat with the 11. So it's a B flat minor 11. All right. So I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Playing in the key of D is not really a difficult key to play in, but certain chords are very difficult because of the reach. So let's jump in with this one here. So if we play a D major chord, this is very challenging. You'll see how big of a stretch this is. All right. So we have a D major 7. And remember to use your fourth finger on the outside, and then use your pinkies here. Woo, that's a really big stretch. And remember, the key is to play each note single individually, and then play the chord. The key is to do this the same velocity, not hitting any notes in between. So that's the reason why, like B flat, it's pretty easy because it's not a big stretch because you're skipping over some of the white keys. But this here is a monster chord, not easy to play at all for me. But I'll be honest with you. I don't know if y'all can hear that. That's my fingers cracking there. I like to warm up with this chord here to prepare me to play really big chords. Now, since we're in the key of D, it's not so much that D is a difficult key to play in. Like from the piano flexibility, you guys remember this. And while I'm in D. Here's a nice little lick. Speaking of the fourth finger, I know I've presented a lot of different runs and scales and things like that, but here's a really cool, I just kind of thought of this here, a technique that I can use. Now, I'm not using my pinky, but I am using all four fingers. So this is like a little move that you can use in the key of D. All right, and it works in D, and believe it or not, it also works in the key of A. So, like for example, let's say I'm playing for an artist and they want a really big ending. I can do something like a... Here we go. Here's that lick. It's really technically it's called a pentatonic. So it's like a B, C sharp, E, F sharp. And pentatonic means 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 5. But in the scale degree, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, but it's only 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what I'm doing is, let me break that down because I don't want anyone to think I'm trying to show off. So let me break down what I'm playing there. It's actually 6 notes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on B, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you just repeat that pattern. So here's the E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice 5 and 6 cross over. And then in the key of B, 1, 2, or starting with B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it just repeats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And especially when you hold the sustain pedal down, like if we're in the key of A. It's just a really, really, really beautiful thing. All right, but anyway, I just wanted to kind of give you guys, especially some of my beginning musicians, because you guys have been complaining and saying that I've been doing some more advanced stuff and like I forgot about you guys, but I haven't forgotten about you. But even the advanced musicians, I'm sure that some of these chords are really, really big stretch for your fingers. So please comment below, let me know which key gives you the most difficulty as it relates to playing that minor 11th chord. A minor 11 was pretty easy. B flat minor 11 that felt great to me. But when it came to that B minor 11th, which is the relative key of D major, I mean, that was just crazy for me. But I want you guys to know that I love you. I love you so much. You know, I never like to close out any video without letting you guys know that today is a new day, a new life, and a new opportunity to become a better you. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.